So the first one is the LYS Cream Blush in Confident, huge pan, in quite a deep shade called Confident. Now that's more my winter shade, I'd say. I hope that it lasts till next winter and I can use it again. I'm noticing a bit of a crack there. I hope that doesn't mean it's separating, but I'm going to keep it for now. It doesn't smell. No, it smells fine, so that's good. This is brand new to my collection, which I'm still on the fence about, although I've been wearing it the last 3 or 4 days and finding great success when I apply it just with my fingers and let it actually set almost to dry and then buff. And it blends beautifully with my bronzer at this time of year. So the shade is Caramel Kisses and I absolutely love it. Tiny tube, and I think I'll go through it very fast because I have to use quite a lot of it to get it to show up. Now here is, whoops, I put the wrong lid back on the wrong product there. Off-duty stick in Sorbet. Okay, it's a peachy coral shade. I love it. It's a great summer shade for me, and I'm hoping that I can make a bit of project pan progress on it and put it in my project pan next year. So these I've had it on my trolley and I've just not worn them, and I can't really explain why. It's not because I don't like them. The Australis Dewy and Daring blushes, one in Girl Next Door and one in Side Chick. I like them both. Once I finish the Mecca Max ones a little bit more, I think I'll focus on those because they are very similar shades to the Mecca Max and similar packaging, as you can see. These two Milani ones I've had for so long. This is Cheeky Coral. It's very bright, and Rose Romance. Look, to be honest, I just don't wear them. And it's not because I didn't like them. I just don't use them. And I'm not reaching for them. I haven't reached for them. I can't even remember the last time I wore them. There's not very much product left in either of them, especially that pink one. And I think I'm going to pass them on. So they're going. This one's still fairly new to my collection, the cream blush from Fenty Beauty in Petal Poppin'. I absolutely love that. I've been wearing it a lot. And the only thing I have is that the pan's so small and my brush is a lot bigger than that pan, so I make a bit of a mess. This one here I've depotted. This is the Mecca Max Off Duty Stick in the other shade, which I can't remember what it's called, sorry. But you can see I haven't got a lot left. I will be finishing that by the end of the month, if not sooner. So that one, that's why it's in that tiny pot. So from the cream section, I've decluttered 2, and it's those 2 Milani ones. And that means I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and whatever's remaining of that 7th one. Moving on to powder blushes now. This one from Mellow, I have made lots of progress on. It does have some luminosity, but I wouldn't categorize it as a topper blush or a highlighter. It still has a satin finish on me, and you can see the shade is just perfect. It's just beautiful. So some of the embossing's still there, but you can see there's rings of the pan starting to emerge. I do wear it a lot. I really love it. It does have some similarities to the Milani Luminoso, I will admit, but they do have a slightly different finish. This one's called Peach Jazz. Mellow is an Australian makeup brand, Australian-owned makeup brand, and their products are more luxe, I would categorise them, and the quality is that sort of effortless makeup look, you know, that sort of Charlotte Tilbury effortless makeup look I would compare it to. One of my all-time favourite blushes. This is not going anywhere. This is the Moira Ombre Blush in Orange Blossom. My goodness, I absolutely adore it, and it's staying for sure. This one here, I've had for a really long time. You can see the packaging is really beat up. It's actually, the lid doesn't even stay on it anymore. And to be honest, I don't wear it. I'm so sad because it's such a nice colour, and I can't really explain why I don't. But maybe it's the packaging, maybe it's the fact that I've moved on from pink blush to a very fair extent actually, and I mostly wear more peaches, corals, brown tones. This one is quite cool tone. So I think I'm finally going to say goodbye to it. This one from Huda Beauty, or Glowish, looks really raspberry, but it's actually fairly sheer. And I don't know about this Glowish claim. I don't see that it glows at all. It's a very small pan. I do like the shade. It suits me well. And I'm definitely keeping that. It's the shade Berry Juicy. So that one's staying. Okay, this one's been on the chopping block before. And have I worn it since I kept it? No, I haven't. It's too cool tone for me. It's too pink. It's just too cool tone. I've tried even to wear it as an eyeshadow and I just don't like it. I don't like the shade and I don't like the finish. I think it's quite patchy. I'm very disappointed in Flower Beauty, I've got to say. I really haven't had a lot of success with their products. They seem to be so popular and I'm just not loving the brand, unfortunately. So it's finally going. It's going. Okay, so that is 2 gone and 3 keeps. So that's a fairly significant drop in that one. Right, moving on to products that I would categorize as blush / highlighter or blush toppers. So they do have blush, but they also have a luminosity element about them. One of my all-time favorite products, the Napoleon Purtis Mosaic Harmony Flushing Powder. It is beautiful. I love it. It has all the tones that you could ever want in there. This is in my project pan, my very lazy project pan. But you can see it covers lots of bases there, and it does have that sort of satin / luminous finish about it. Classic product, definitely not getting rid of that. This I love and I take traveling with me all the time. Natasha Denona's Glow Duo. You can see I've got quite a bit of pan showing there. That's the highlighter and that's the blush. And they just blend together so beautifully, so effortlessly. I dip the brush in once across both pans, and whoosh on the cheek, done. I often wear it as an underbrow highlighter, that one as well, and that as an eyeshadow also, and sometimes even on my lips. So it's a very great, excellent multi-use product. And it was a mini, and I just thought that the value for money was terrific on that. So that is called the Blush Glow Duo in, does it have a shade? It does there, but I can't read it. Maybe that's coming up on camera. Okay, so that one I love and is staying. The Milani, this is the first of the Milanis. This is the Baked Blush, what's it called? Baked Powder Blush in number 3 Berry Amore. I really love this. This sort of gives me Hourglass vibes a bit. It does, I had to scrape it a few times because it has gone hard pan on me on occasion, but it's just beautiful. It goes with virtually everything because it's got that multi-shift, that multi-tone in it, element in it. And even though the packaging looks kind of cruddy now, it did look beautiful when I first bought it. Oh dear. So this is the classic Milani Luminoso. My goodness, if I'm ever without this in my collection, I don't know quite what I'll do actually. So is this my all-time favorite blush? It might be. It might be. So it's a blush / topper again because it has that luminous effect, hence the name. It's the number 5 in the Baked Powder Blush range. Luminoso, absolutely viral for a reason. You can see it's extremely well loved. And I do enjoy wearing it very much. Every time that I wear it, I go, oh, I love this product. So these are my 3 newest blushes. The Barry M's. This is the, what's this one called? So Baked Marble Blush in Heatwave Sunray. The Baked Marble Blush in Heatwave Coastal, which is supposed to be more pink. I've just had to move it a bit because I couldn't do it with one hand. That's the Coastal Pink. Right, beautiful, beautiful packaging, beautiful product. I love them. I'm so glad I got them. I got all three. So they do have a luminous effect. And this is the deepest one. Isn't that wonderful? Look at that. Such a unique shade. Oh, yum. I love it. This one is the, it says on the front, Heatwave Paradise. Heatwave Sunway's more of the orangey, bronzy tones. Heatwave Coastal is the pink. And Heatwave Paradise is that real sort of terracotta tone to it. So they're definitely not going anywhere. Now, right at the back there is my classic, very beat up NYX high glass with the lid broken and everything. Yeah, look, it looks pretty sad, doesn't it? This one is in the shade Daytime Halo. Look, it still works. It still works. It still looks amazing. So even though the packaging is horrendous, I kind of want to keep it. I can't even put the lid back on properly. Maybe I shouldn't keep it. I'll think about that one. I'll think about that one. Okay, sorry about the jerking movements there. I will move on to cream bronzers now. Well, this won't take me long because I only have two. I have the Huda Beauty Fair Tan Tour Contour and Cream Bronzer Cream, and in Fair, and I am project panning that, and I think I will finish it by the end of the year. So it's definitely staying, and I will be repurchasing it because it is a tremendous product. This is the Australis Dewing and Daring Bronzer in Ride or Die. I like this, but I don't know if I'm really a stick bronzer person. I like a bit more control in my application, so I still find myself using a flat, small brush to get the product out, and it is extremely warm. Now, I am a warm undertone, but yeah, it's really a summer shade. So this one's like more of a neutral undertone. This one has definitely a warmer shift to it, so I have to be careful, use a very light hand with it. But it's lovely, there's nothing wrong with it. So they're both staying in my collection. All right, powder bronzers. I'll just go from the back here. Now this is in my project pan, and I'll show you how I'm going with it. Look at that, isn't that great? Napoleon Perdis Mosaic Harmony powder again in bronzing powder this time, not the blush. Look, I've had one of these in my makeup collection since about 1995. So I'll always have one, let's face it. As long as the brand exists, I will use this product. I absolutely love it. You get your value for money because this thing lasts forever. And to see all that pan in there, I'm like, I can't believe it. It's so long since I hit pan in a Napoleon Perdis product. So I am quite excited. And I use this a lot, folks. It has some very gentle luminosity, but all the tones are covered there. Cool tone, mid-tone, warm, and a bit of lightness as well. I wear this as an eyeshadow. I wear this as a contour between the brow bone, between the brow bone and the bridge of my nose. I wear this as an under brow powder. I wear this all over my face, basically. I just love it. It is expensive. It's an Australian, Napoleon Perdis is an Australian-esque brand, or used to be, but they are available internationally, and it is a luxury brand. So, you know, you're going to pay a bit more for that one. All right, let's get this next. This is my newer Fenty cream powder bronzer in Shady Biz, number 2. Look, the hype is real on these. This is a beautiful formula. My skin absolutely loves this product, but I'm thinking I might need a deeper shade for summer because this one is quite mid-tone, and I've been wearing it a lot as my skin's been a lot paler, But now that, you know, I'm using more self-tan, I think I might need to get a deeper shade. And I think I'll get the one that Angie Nickvist wears. I'll have to look up which one she wears because she loves it too. But her shade, she's not my shade twin, but we're pretty close. So yeah, highly recommend that to you. Now this one, oh my word, it's nearly done. I should just scrape that out and do that one. This is my Mellow bronzer, which I only bought this year, by the way. And that tells you how much I love it and use it. Bronze Goddess, that same brand as that beautiful coral blush. So yeah, that'll be gone by the end of the year. Hooray! But I will get it again, I think. The only downside is that it didn't last me very long and it was expensive. But how cute is the packaging? Seriously, just gorgeous. It is a little bit of a luxe moment, shall we say. This last one is most definitely a summer shade. This is so good. It's a great formula. The Moira Sun-Kissed She. Now this one is the Bronze Goddess Duo in the deeper shade, I think. Sun-Kissed Chic. It doesn't specify, but I'll show you what I mean when I say that it's deeper. Let me just open it. Yeah, it's pretty deep, isn't it? And then it's got this highlighter that is really quite deep. But still a nice finish. And look at the packaging is just beautiful. Maybe if I just go in with a really light hand, I can probably get away with that in the summer. But how cute is that packaging, seriously? So yes, that is definitely staying, if only for reference. But you know, I'd like to think, yeah, okay, I might get some wear out of that. And I should have got the lighter palette, but I'm hoping I'll get some wear out of it. Let's put it that way. Okay, let's move on to face powders now. Finishing / setting powders. I have done a fair bit of switching around here in recent times. And my Huda Beauty minis, the pound cake and banana bread powders, loose powders, are currently in my makeup, my pro kit. I can keep that clean because they're powders that I distribute, you know, onto a palette and then use a brush with, and so there's no contact between the packaging and the skin, if you get what I mean. So I can, same with this one. And even though I complain about the packaging, the square packaging with the round thing, which I find a bit cumbersome, the product inside, oh my word, it is an incredible powder. I mean, it seems weird to say. And I have just fallen in love with this cherry blossom cake, easy bake. You get a ton of product in there. It's, you know, it's more expensive, but it's good value because you get so much in there. And this pink powder, I was like, it's going to be too pink for me. I don't know if it's going to work, but it works. It really works. It blurs, it brightens. The hype's real. So that one's definitely staying. This is a favorite product that I have always had in my collection. You can see I've got quite a lot of gaps there in it. The Inoxa, which is an Australian brand and a very, very good one at that. Hyaluronic finishing powder. It is light as a feather. It does not set into fine lines. It is translucent. And if you are have a dry under eye, if you have dry skin, you will love this. Nobody talks about Inoxa, and it is really sad because Inoxa is a fantastic Australian brand and always has been. And they are currently having a 40% off sale on their website. And am I buying stuff? You bet I am. You bet I am. Their mascara in brown and navy. What else am I getting? Their eyebrow pencil. No, not eyebrow pencil. Eyeliner in cocoa brown. I'm getting yet another of the primers in the blue tube. The hand cream. oh my goodness, it is such good hand cream. So they have products there that I have in my everyday skincare, as well as my makeup, everyday makeup too. Now, I never include mascaras in my project pan or declutters, because I go through them and they have to be thrown away anyway. So, you know, that's what my explanation is there. This powder is good. It's not as good as the Lasting Fix setting spray that's from the same range, but you can see I've used quite a lot, and I'll finish that. I mean, it's not a huge jar, but do I reach for it a heck of a lot? No, not really. If I want a really, you know, set down look, I might use it. If my makeup needs to last a very long time, that's another occasion I might use it. But I'm not using it as a daily thing. So it's more of a reference product, I suppose. And yeah, I'll get through it because powders last. You know, they don't tend to go off usually. Now, this one I really love. And this is my second one of these. And the only complaint I have with, well, actually there's a couple of things. The packaging, I mean, it's gorgeous, but it's really hard to open. And I go through them very fast. They do not last very long. So I am not the world's heaviest powder user on myself, but I find that I can use one of these, and it's a pressed powder. And yes, I just had to pause the video so I could open it, because I can't do it with one hand. I'll go through that really fast. Once you get past the dome, and I have, it hits pan. I hit pan really fast. And I have often compared this to the LYS translucent fix, which I think I slightly prefer. And it lasts a little bit longer, unlike that one, which is heavily fragranced. This one just smells like hyaluronic acid, so it's kind of fresh, and that dies down. This has no smell whatsoever. This has the, I don't know, some sort of emollient smell about it, but it's not off. Not yet, anyway. Okay, so my love for the Moira Triple Set and Correct Loose Setting Powders in the Trio Tone. I've had the blue, the pink, and the green before, and that's actually in my empties box in the cupboard. And I've set off using this one, the translucent one in the Trio Tone. So there's a banana powder, a slightly warmer sort of caramelly tone, and a translucent, and they mix quite well. Now, do I like it as much as the blue, the pink, and the green? No, I don't. I don't know. I don't think this is as finely milled as the other one was. These are great tones, and you can get these in deeper shades too if you have a deeper complexion. And good value for money. And Moira, you know, I love Moira. But I don't know that this particular product this batch that I have is that finely milled. And I find it's a little bit heavier on my under eye area than the green, pink, and blue one was. So yeah, I've actually put it back on my trolley for the time being. It's gone off my everyday makeup table for the moment, and I'll come back to it and see when I was using it every day for about 2 weeks, whether it was just that fortnight, because I use retinol, my skin goes through, you know, purge phases, and sometimes my skin's very textured, and then it's smooth again because the retinol has done its work. So maybe it was the situation that fortnight. I don't know, but I will try it again, of course, because I love Moira. This I bought for a video purpose, and this was all right for I think it was $4. And it even has a little like instructions on the back, which is quite cute. Now the shade is very, very light. I bought it as a translucent powder. Not certainly as any sort of colour offering any, it doesn't offer up any colour anyway. I didn't find, and I don't think the shade range, I don't think there was any shade range, because MUD doesn't seem to do anything other than light to not even medium skin tone. So light, medium skin tone, and that's all they do. I'll keep it for reference, and I'll probably pass it on to my daughter, who, you know, likes an easy sort of thing like that, whereas I don't mind using the loose powders. This one's obviously a pressed. So have I gotten rid of any of my loose powders or pressed powders? No, I haven't. Okay, that wasn't a very good result. Okay, let's see what we're going to declutter. I've thought a bit more about it, and I am going to pass that MUD pressed powder on to my daughter. I am going to declutter the NYX High Glass. The packaging, I just can't deal with it anymore. And I've got, you know, other options, like Natasha Denona highlighter in particular, which is beautiful. That is definitely going once and for all this time. And so is the Essence, the blush. I'm sorry to say, it's going. Maybe I'll find it again, and maybe the packaging will not break the first time I opened it this time. These two Milani liquid blushes, I'm going to pass them on. They are probably half done, maybe about a third left in those tubes, and they're still fine to use. Hygienic, you know, because it's a squeezy tube, so there's no skin to skin contact there. So that's 2 cream blushes, 2 powder blushes, a highlighter, and a pressed powder. So we have 2, 4, 6 items gone. So I'm keeping 28 products, right? And I'm decluttering 6. So there were 34 in total to begin with. Okay, so that's a drop of 6 products, of course. Not too bad. I mean, it's not the hugest collection anyway, is it really? She says. Okay, all right, so that's the final declutter I'll be doing for a while. I actually did do a lip product declutter before I filmed, so that was kind of silly. So, you know, I'm sure you can wait till next time for me to do that one. Okay then, have a wonderful day, and thank you very much for watching and supporting my channel. Talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.